People have been bringing up the chemistry between Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, saying that there's no way that the two of them aren't in love.
Is this like a little romance? It's not.
I love Sydney Sweeney, but she has a fiance.
At first, Sydney Sweeney wanted to have kids with her fiance, Jonathan Davino. She was happy with their private relationship and it seemed like everything was going all right. That was until she got caught up with her co-star Glen Powell and cheating rumors started to swirl. Even though she claims their PR relationship was coordinated, her fiance Jonathan is at his breaking point and it looks like this relationship is ready to be over. So let's get into it. It looks like Sydney Sweeney is entering a new era because she and her fiance Jonathan Davino are no longer getting married. Now at first I thought they were a great couple, especially because they kept everything low key. We didn't really know much about Sydney Sweeney's love life. Now we don't even know the story of how Sydney and Jonathan met. It remains a mystery, but we did first see them together at an Emmys party back in 2018. By fall 2018, we saw Sydney Sweeney out and about with Jonathan and everyone assumed that they were dating. Sydney opened up about her decision to keep their relationship private, saying everyone is always so curious about who I'm with and what it's like, but I think it's important to have something for me. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit, but in July 2022, she gave an interview, and in this interview, she expressed her desire to be a young mom. Although she did not comment on her engagement status, Sydney did open up about her desire to have a family. Now again, this is like 3 years ago at this point. She said, quote, "I want to have a family. I've always wanted to be a young mom. If I want to take a 6-month break from my career, I don't have income to cover that." She also said, "I don't have someone supporting me. I don't have anyone I can turn to pay my bills or call for help," which is interesting because I assume if she's going to be a mother, then like she would, share that partnership with her, husband. Now, Jonathan is actually 13 years older than Sydney Sweeney is. So there were some rumors that maybe there was like a sugar daddy setup. Like, did she go and secure the bag by getting with Jonathan? But Sydney has been out here working on movies, producing movies, and she said, "We're teammates. We're in it together. And we want to see each other succeed." Now that was in October 2024, so relatively recently.
Fans have been calling Sydney Sweeney's fiance her sugar daddy, and she's finally come to comment on the situation. So Sydney Sweeney is engaged to Jonathan Davino, who's 13 years older than her and comes from a wealthy background. Sydney is finally addressing all the rumors by clapping back and saying, "I'm a very successful, independent woman who's worked really hard. I've accomplished and bought everything for myself, and I provide for myself and my family."
Now, the spring of 2022 was an interesting time in their relationship because there were rumors of her being engaged. She wore a nice diamond ring, we all knew, but at the same time, she was being linked with her co-star Glen Powell, a very attractive co-star. During production on the hit rom-com that both Glen and Sydney were a part of, Sydney and Jonathan hit headlines following rumors of a real-life romance between the actress and her co-star Glen. Speculation was further fueled after it was announced that Glen had broken up with his girlfriend Gigi Paris in April 2022. Now these two worked on a movie, Anyone But You, which I actually really enjoyed the film. I'm pretty sure I watched it on a plane, which it was like a perfect plane movie because you don't get like too much anxiety, because when I'm up in the air, I'm not trying to stress myself out any more than I already am. But this blind item refers to the movie. It reads, "I love how this foreign-born actor and the illiterate actress have the world convinced they faked their love for a marketing campaign. If it was so fake, why did the actor's girlfriend break off their long relationship? Why did the boyfriend of the actress not speak to her for months?" So they're alluding to the fact that like Glen's girlfriend left him because of his work with Sydney Sweeney, and they're also saying that Jonathan gave Sydney the silent treatment for a bit. You know what's worse than getting injured? Fighting with the insurance company afterwards. They will often stall, delay, and lowball you because their goal is to pay you as little as possible because they are not on your side. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and millions of clients served. They've secured billions of dollars for settlements and verdicts, including a $26 million payout in Philadelphia, 40 times more than what the insurance company originally offered. And the best part about Morgan & Morgan is that they don't charge anything up front. There is no consulting fee, there's no hourly rate, there's no hidden cost by going and getting them to help you out. So if you've been hurt in an accident, Morgan & Morgan has your back if you become their client. You can go to forthepeople.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen to start your claim now. You probably could get it submitted before this video is even over with. And it's not gonna hurt to go and figure out how much you are owed. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. And if you did see the film, Anyone But You know what? Actually, before I even start, I feel like when we see these rom-coms, like I've said in other videos, if you are dating an actor or an actress and they go off for a couple months to go and film a lovey-dovey movie, then you're probably going to lose your partner. And that's what happens a lot, because when they're acting it, they're away, they're traveling, they're in a new environment, there's going to be like some romance. And I wouldn't be surprised if, they're not just talented actors and actresses, but they also just like have this real chemistry and the camera's capturing it.
I have to ask, because there's chemistry sitting here. Is this like a little romance?
No.
It's not?
No.
Well, then you guys really
But we do love each other. And honestly, this is one of the most spectacular humans I've ever met. She's really incredible.
Oh, well, y'all are so cute together. Well, I just want to say I'm glad that you guys are in this movie together. Y'all are adorable.
In August 2023, Sydney did an interview with Variety, and she said that she and Glenn purposely leaned into the dating rumors to promote the film. She said, "That's what people want. Glenn and I don't really care. We have so much fun together and we respect each other so much. He's a hard worker and I'm a hard worker." Well, something's working hard.
Did you know Sydney Sweeney's man is a producer on Anyone But You? So the whole time that these rumors have been flying around left and right about her and Glen Powell, he's been a part of this movie. He's known about everything. For months now, people have been bringing up the chemistry between Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, saying that there's no way that the two of them aren't in love. But Sydney Sweeney did a cover with Glamour UK, and she was talking about Glenn as well as her alleged fiance. For starters, it sounds like the conversations between the chemistry of them two were much harder on Glenn than they were on Sydney. She said it was really hard on Glenn, which made me sad because otherwise it was such a beautiful experience for the both of us. I care for him so much. She thinks a lot of the reason as to why the rumors were circulating so heavily is because she's not really pictured with her man very much.
So is that true? Was it an entire marketing campaign? Jonathan was in on it. I don't know why Glenn's girlfriend left him. Maybe she did earlier and they waited to like post that story, which I think is like, I understand promoting a film, but also it's just like, I don't know, morally wrong. It's just a little bit too manipulative. Glenn and Sydney have denied the rumors, saying that, I'm in a steady relationship. We're just normal friends. But they know each other very well. I mean, she said it's really great to work with someone who knows you so well, who fully supports your ideas, your vision, your voice. And it's nice. I mean, who doesn't want to be with their best friend all the time? Best friend, wow. Here's a clip of Sydney talking about her instant chemistry with Glen Powell.
No, it was instant.
What was that first meeting like?
Well, we met first at the MTV Movie Awards, very briefly, but there was like a catch in the eye. You're like, And then when I found this script and I was putting together the cast list, I kept thinking of Glenn because I couldn't get him out of my mind. And I was like, let me get on a call with him, pitch him the idea and see if he liked it. And he ended up loving it.
Oh, really, Sydney? You just could not get him out of your mind. This comment reads, "A catch in the eye is crazy." Another comment reads, "She's in love." And then finally, someone quoted, "Couldn't get him out of my mind." Girl. But don't worry, because in March of 2024, so about a year from the filming of this video, a year and a month, Sydney Sweeney calls Jonathan the man of her dreams on Saturday Night Live. While hosting SNL, Sydney made a comment about Jonathan during her monologue as she addressed the rumors that she had an affair with Glenn, saying that's obviously not true. Me and my fiance produced the movie together and he was there the entire shoot. I just want to let everyone know that he's the man of my dreams and we're still together and stronger than ever. He even came here to support me. Can we cut to him? She asked, and of course, they cut to Glen Powell instead of Jonathan. She said, "Yeah, no, that's not my fiance. He's in my dressing room."
The craziest rumor I've seen is that while I was filming Anyone But You, I was having an affair with my co-star Glen Powell.
I mean, are you surprised? Especially when you, admitted to purposely trying to manipulate everyone to believe this.
Obviously not true. Me and my fiance produced the movie together and he was there the entire shoot. He even came here tonight to support me. Can we cut to him?
I mean, it is entertaining. Sydney said that when they were planting these stories that Sydney and Glenn were in a relationship, she said, you know, it's fun. They want to hear these kind of stories, but Glenn struggled with it. She said that it was really hard on Glenn, which made me sad because otherwise it was a beautiful experience for both of us. I care for him so much. Well, it pretty much ended his relationship, Sydney, so I understand why.
I love Sydney Sweeney, but she has a fiancé.
Yeah.
And how she is acting, I don't care what kind of movie you're promoting. It's sus.
Which brings us here. Sydney and Jonathan have called off their wedding. The couple are technically still together as they navigate some major issues in their relationship. Sydney and Jonathan have been having, when you say major issues, it's like, okay, well, at that point, you guys have enough money, separate from each other and go find someone you don't have any issues. I mean, or minor issues, not major issues. Things are not great right now, but they aren't throwing in the towel yet. They're working on their relationship, but have called off the wedding for now. They were supposed to get married this spring. The wedding is not happening and they're having further discussions about it. Sydney wanted to cancel everything. She couldn't handle the stress, which is interesting to me because I would say I'm a high stress person, but Sydney made a lot of money producing these movies and things. Like, I feel like at that level, you could really hire someone to do everything for your wedding. It must be something interpersonal within their relationship. On March 25th, Sydney shared a series of photos to her Instagram showing her posing in front of and riding in a hot air balloon while in Africa, riding only up from here. Sydney's post is the second from which appears to be a trip from Africa. She posted another one on March 22nd. In the caption, she wrote, "This was wild." That post comes a day after Sydney deleted a photo of herself kissing her fiancé Jonathan from Instagram. Fans have been speculating about her relationship status with Jonathan Davino. In recent days, it looks like she's living without him at the Beverly Hills Hotel in Los Angeles, which beautiful hotel, very dated, but like, and probably not worth like the cost. I mean, don't ban me, Beverly Hills Hotel, please. It's really, they've got a great steak for lunch, you know.
So Sydney Sweeney deleted this photo kissing her fiance Jonathan Davino, adding fuel to the breakup rumors, which are still just rumors, that they may have broken up.
Now, a source did give us some insight stating a lot of their issues stem from Sydney being extremely busy with work commitments. She doesn't have a lot of downtime and it causes tension in their relationship, but she's focused on her career right now. Jonathan wishes they were able to spend more quality time together. Things have been tense between them because when she was promoting a movie, she has to give her full attention to the project, and people always speculate about their relationship and Sydney being close to her co-stars. So it's a tough dynamic for Jonathan, like sharing her publicly with all these really hot co-stars that she likes to cast, the ones that she can't get them out of her mind, remember? Now, the Daily Mail reported that the couple is at odds because they both wanted to start a family and get married, but not as soon as Jonathan wants or as soon as they originally planned. Since they are older than one another and must determine what matters most to them professionally, there's a gap between them both. An insider revealed her career is booming and she's nurturing that. To settle down right now might be the wrong thing to do. Sydney wants a family and wants to be married, but not as soon as she originally anticipated and not as soon as Jonathan wants. So there's a disconnect between them both, which is a switch up. And I don't blame Sydney Sweeney for this, because in 2022, remember, she was quoted saying she wants to be a young mom, she wants to get married and have kids. And I think she didn't anticipate like how successful she would be over the course of the next 3 years. And, you know, she saw that money, she realized that, you know, she can't just go and step away from work, that it would possibly go all away, or she's already signed up for too much, that she's changed her mind. But I think it's an interesting dynamic and like relationship right now, because, you know, he is in his 40s, she's young, she's poppin', she possibly could outgrow him. I could see her doing that, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.